All right, Connor, we're back again. How you going, mate? We're going to um, continue on, and I know that you are very eager to finish. And it's an interesting thing when you start to learn something like this because one of these things could go forever. Well, we're not going to go forever, but what we are going to do is we're going to go to a certain amount of quality and then we're going to go into the texturing because it will come alive when we start putting textures onto an object. And this picture here is very interesting because it is a CG texture. You can see repetition, you can see very fine shadows, and it just has that feel, obviously, I think. This one here, obviously very real, much more natural lighting. Shadows aren't as crisp as they are down the bottom here. Look how light the shadows are, very crisp. And just repetition in the ground, I think. But anyway, so we're going to do the rails. We're going to do these pretty quickly, but it's going to be a bit of a skill because we're going to go back into, remember the curves that we use to shape our fence? We're going to take off some of this line here. We're going to separate out some edges here and we're going to turn those edges into a curve. And the reason we're going to do that is because we can make curves thick. Usually a curve, you can't see it in a scene because it's just a line, it has no faces. But we can put faces on a curve if we so choose. So we're going to use the shape that we've already made to create the shape of the fence that runs along with it. And that will include our stairs. So let's jump into that pretty quick because we'll get a lot done tonight, I think. All right. The edges I'm talking about that I'm going to use are these ones here. I need to go to Edge Select and I need to click there. And I need, see, this is where we finished last time, and I'm noticing that we've got, what have we got? We've got a situation where this goes higher than our rim, which is very poor carpentry if you were to have a carpenter do that for you. And it just sort of looks a bit unnatural. And I'm not going to go back into it for the moment, but if I was to, and maybe you might like to for your scene, go Control R and put a loop cut through there and move it down to about that level, about there. If you're not happy with where a loop cut is, you can if, as long as you've got it selected, you can do a slide. Now a slide, where is it? Slide edge, that one there. And slide an edge along a mesh. There is a shortcut, I'm not sure what it is. I should look it up. But if I click on it, I can continue to move that edge just like we were sliding it before. And now I want it right there. And now I'm happy. So that's good. And what we'll do, just to make it fairly quick, is we'll select this face. Actually, no, we'll go back to edge. We'll go edge, and we'll select this edge because we're going to keep the bottom. If I move the face, everything can come out here. I'm just going to move this edge and bring up the face that way. We are on global. Look at that. See, I was just about to move it, and it want to go on off to the side. So we're going to change to local. Not local. No, no, no. Oh, local doesn't look too bad. Normal. That's the ticket. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, not too bad. At least that's straight. The red is straight. The red's moving it along the line that I want. So I'm going to move it up to there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I wish that these stairs were a little lower. I'm going to move them down a bit. I can't stand it. It's driving me nuts. So I'm going to select, let's go face select, and I'm going to select this top one here and go L, and this one, oh, wait on, go L there, hold it over, L, 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 L. There they all are. Let's move them down a bit. I'm not happy with where they were. Yeah, about there. Yeah, bit of a lip down now, so that's a bit more decent. And that means I can go to edge select here and bring this edge down a bit as well. Oh, Thank you very much. Doesn't matter if it goes in, we can always move it back out. What do we want to use to move it back out? The green arrow. And then I'm just going to go on the global. Maybe I should change to global and go straight up from there. Alright, I'm a bit happier with that. And we'll stay on the global because we're just moving this one down. Yeah, about there. And too low. These stairs, I tell you what, I wish I had have thought this through. Up a bit. And I'm going to have a bit of a lip. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to have a bit of a lip right there. And a bit more. Just to get those stairs covered up. You don't want your stairs poking out of the top of the bars. Alright, let's press L. Mouse over that one we just made. Press L. And we are going to... let's just move it across manually. I'm going to go top view, so I get a nice straight view. And I'm going to go duplicate, and let it flick back into place with the right click. And now I'm going to constrain, stay on that line as best I can. I want to copy that other one because I'm just going to delete the other one. How did that go? Ooh, that was smooth. So going into top view, very handy for that because it seemed to lock it into the view that I was on. Now there's the one I don't want. I'm going to press L. So I didn't select that other one. You can see it poking out there. It's not selected, doesn't have orange on it. And press the delete key and I'm getting rid of, we get rid of everything. Vertices will get rid of everything. That's gone. Alright, that's a bit neater. I'm happy with that. Now, let's get on to these edges. What was that? 7 minutes. Not too bad. Quick fix. Alright, we're going to grab that edge. We're going to hold down the shift key as we grab that edge. And we are going to holding shift and middle mouse button to oh, that's the only one I want. Good. That goes all the way to the mirror. And let's get, we did the outside edge of this one. So we'll get the outside, hold down shift key, click, and this one here, these edges, they follow the lines that we want for our fences. And now that we've got them selected, we're going to duplicate them. We're going to get a copy. So let's go duplicate here, or Shift D is our shortcut. Duplicate, and I'm going to move them up slightly, and I think I'll let them flick back into place with right click. And now move them up on exactly the Z-axis, that blue line, always keeping it nice and straight, so they'll be directly above where I want them. And I think that would be a nice height, and you can sort of see where I'm going with this. We're going to turn these edges into pipes. Now, first thing we want to do is we've got this gap here, so we're going to connect those up. Each of these edges has vertices, which is absolutely fantastic. Or we could select the right click, select that edge, right click, select that edge, and move them down. So they're more or less where they need to be, sort of the same height, not too bad. And now I'm going to show you a trick. What we're going to do is we're going to merge vertices, because on the ends of these edges you have to have vertices. Edges need vertices, faces need edges, and everybody needs vertices. Vertices make everything. So let's do that. Let's select our vertices. Now we can see them. Those two there and those two there. We're going to join these two up first. So we're going to right click, select that one. And now I'm going to think, how should I do this? Actually, Conor, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to move this to be right there first. Because if I join them, this one will go over to that one, which will make this line not straight. So let's do that. Let's go back to edge mode. Select this edge and this edge. We want to keep them as easy, try and do nice even moves. And let's see how, actually I might have to do them separately. Let's just do them separately. And grab that. You can see my arrows and my stuff here, so I can just move it across till it's in line with that. And now I want to go back on the green arrow. Yeah, not too bad. Getting there, certainly getting there. I don't think anyone would notice that difference. Let's go and do the other one. Grab this one here, move around so I can see it really well on the right angle. It's very hard working with single edges. It's got no form to it at all. But if we do this now, it'll save a lot of time later. I'm also going to go up a little bit on that one. And back across this way a little bit. So they're almost touching. I think that's almost perfect. The other ones are still a bit off. Now this is interesting. I don't have any arrows. My arrows are down there and I can't see it. And what you can do in a situation like this, and it's not generally, I generally don't do this, but the shortcut to move something is G. G to grab, they say. Now I think it should be M to move. That's move layers. So I'm going to press G and I'm just going to move it up by I. And G. Now it's a handy skill to have, because if you don't have your little they're hidden down the other side or something's gone wrong. G to move it this way a bit. And you can constrain them to X, or like I could go, okay, G and then X, and now you see that I can only move it on the X-axis. Going to right click and let it flick back into place because I had it perfect. And so anyway, so that's it. G, if you're getting very quick, and some of those professional guys, they use G all the time to move everything, and they are very fast. Over the time you get used to it. So I'm changing to vertex select, because we are going to join this vertex and shift click that vertex, or we could just go B for box select and put a box around both of them, as long as nothing is in the background that we're selecting. And that happens often. Be careful when you're selecting with box select that you don't grab another vertex, that one over there or something. And we're going to merge them. So what do? A couple of ways we can do this. We can go mesh. We want to work in, what do we want to work in? Vertices. Choose vertices, because that's what we're working in. There's edges, does lots of stuff with edges. There's faces, does lots of stuff with faces. We've already done bevels, and what else have we done? I've shown you flip normals. Most of this stuff we have worked with. Vertices is what we want, and there's merge. Alt M. Now it gives you an option. We need to have a think about this, because we're going to go merge. We'll just do merge here. Now if you can't find it, Alt M, look at that. There's the shortcut for you. Alt M, and now it gives me another thing. And it says, do you want to merge at the first one you selected, or at the last one you're selecting, or at the center, or at the cursor, so the red circle? You could send them both over to the red circle, or collapse. I have no idea what collapse is. I don't think it sounds very good. We're going to go at the center, and that's going to be the point between the two vertices selected. So they're not going to move much at all. And this is why we wanted them close together, because now if I go at center, they just flick together. And that's now one shape. And let's do it to the next one. We'll zoom in. Now these two are very close. They're going to be very hard to select. So we're going to select one. We're going to press the decimal point on the keypad. So we're right in. Ooh, very hard to see, but there she is. We could just go B for box select and grab both of them. As long as we don't get that one down there. We don't want that. Otherwise we'll be merging that one into our group. And we don't want that. Because you can merge more than one. You can merge heaps. Let's go edit, we'll go mesh. Where is it? Vertices, this one. See, it's interesting. Control V brings up a menu. I should do that. I'm going to try that. Control V. Oh, look at that. V for vertex, Control V, and this is the stuff you can do with it. You can slide them along edges, connect two vertices from a face. Now this is very interesting, Connor. Every time you hold your cursor over anything in Blender, you will get a little message. Now, that Python underneath, that's just for people who write the program. But for us, this separates geometry into a new mesh. So we can separate out things, we can split things, we can do all sorts of things. And when you know about it, you think, okay, well, I can do this very easy. The more stuff you know, the better. But we're merging, merge, at center, beautiful. All right, so now we've got that one right there. And we are going to go edge select, and we're going to select, oh, wrong edge, look at that. That select, and we're going to hold down shift and select that one. Now I'll show you how this works. This is an edge. We can convert this edge to a line or a spline or a curve. Back when we were doing, it's not going to be in there because we can't create curves, but we can split this off to a new object, make it a curve. So follow this process very simply. All right. We go. First of all, we want to separate this out. In order to do that, we could do this. We could go edges, and I only just found it. Does it separate out? No. Okay, we're going to go the shortcut, and the shortcut is P. P is separate. You might want to write that down. It's one that I took a while to learn because it doesn't make sense to me either, but we're separating our selection. We can separate these other ways, but the selected things is what we're separating. So we just did. Now we have made a new object. We're in edit mode on our original object, but we have another object there. It has the same qualities. It's still got the mirror modifier on it. It's still got the parts that I suppose we wanted. But we're going to do this one as well. We're going to right click that edge. We're in edge select. We're going to right click this one and we go, what did we do again? We went P. P for P. P is what we want. There could actually be, have a look for the shortcut. Normals, faces, edges. I'm sure that I can just do it here. Edge split, edge loop, select edge. That's strange. I got no separate here. Have I got separate? There it is. So it's in vertices, but I'm working in edge mode. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So Control V or into mesh. I'm going to do Control V just because I really like that shortcut. Control V. Where are we? Separate. It's P. Selection. There we go. All right, so that's going to be our fence there for the moment, but of course we want 2 layers of fences because there was another one underneath. So we're going to leave the edit mode on our big object and go into edit mode on our little object here. Let's do that. First of all, we've got to do some other stuff. Let's go back into object mode and just want to select that one there. Now, we're going to give this form. First of all, we are going to apply the modifiers. We can't put modifiers on curves. So with one of these selected, let's open up our modifiers panel. I'll close this off, I don't need that. And go into, where are we? That looks, no, modifiers, there we go. I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to just shut it down, because if we join these back up to our original object, which we want to do, it will have a modifier on it, on a modifier, and it could cause us problems. So we're just going to X delete that mirror. If we want it back, we can add it instantly. Let's X delete it. And now we're back to this situation, which is, this one's still got its modifier on, but this one is sitting all alone. Now we want to turn it to a curve, because we can give a curve more faces very quickly. Let's go Object, Convert to, right up the top, Convert to. Now what do we want to convert it to? We want to convert it to a curve from a mesh. We're currently a mesh. An edge is a mesh, and we want to make a curve. We can go back the other way and we might even do that. I'm not sure yet, but for the moment, in fact, we will go back the other way later. But first of all, curve from mesh. All right, now what did we just do? I'll show you what we just did. If we go into edit mode, we see something very different. Do you remember these arrows? Now, this isn't a curve that's going to have curve in it, it's a straight curve. And that's fine, because we want our bars to be straight. So, how do we give it form? Over here in our next to our modifier panel, that little curvy thing, that is our curve modifier. That's what we give it form with. So we're going to click on that. We're going to see lots of buttons. Don't be worried about this at all, because we're only going to change one or two. What we're going to change is our bevel depth there in geometry. If it's not open, just click on that arrow, bevel depth, and if I scroll it up, look at it, it's coming to have form. So that's 3 centimeters. 2 centimeters, I think 2 centimeters is enough. Looks pretty thick, but have a look at it, because it's just 2 faces like that. It's just a V-shaped face. That's because this says half. We want full. So we go full. Now we have a look at it. And I'm just going to zoom right in on the end, and you'll notice that it's a square. We don't want squares. We kind of want it to be rounded because it'll look better in the better render. That's where this resolution came up. So the only thing we did was turn that to full, that to about 2 centimeters, and I'll just slide that one. Yeah, it's a, slide it left or right, tap, type in. If you type in 2, it'll make it 2 meters. So if you're going to type in a number, put the centimeters after it, or you can go, what is 2 centimeters in meters? It is 0.02 2 centimeters. Yeah, you got to watch those ones, mate. We got to do a bit of math when we're doing Blender. It's the most important thing for us. Generally just measurement and stuff, but measurement and angles, but you'll get used to it over time. And you sort of get, when you use it, you get used to it. So we're going to crank up the resolution. Just going to tap that, not too many times. See, there's 6 faces. Just one resolution gives me 6 faces, and that's a very small one. Let's go another one. We'll go another one. All right, that's 8. I'm happy with that. That's good. All right, that's good. So we've done that. Now we're going to, what are we going to do now? We are going to do it to the other one, because the other one is still, actually no, we'll change this back. All right, so we could mess with this. We could move this around like this. This is a great way to make pipes. You can make curved pipes by adding a curve like we did with the fence and giving it thickness in the bevel and the resolution. You can extrude it out. There's other settings. You can play around with this all day long. You can also get things to follow one of these curves. We're going to try and get the camera to follow a curve through our scene later on, hopefully. We'll see if we get, if we can maintain our enthusiasm. Next thing we're going to do, oh look, I've got 7 minutes left, I better get on with this. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to change it back to a mesh, because a mesh can join with the rest of our object. So, same as last time, this time instead of clicking on object, we click on curve, because it's a curve, and we go up to, and, oh no, oh, out of edit mode. I'm in edit mode, that's why I don't have it. Let's go object mode, and now I get my object. Excellent, good. And I click on object, and I go to convert to, what do we want to convert it to? A mesh. We're already a curve. So, we convert it. And now if we go into edit mode, we're going to see vertexes and edges, and everything is solid, and it follows our fence perfectly. So let's do that to the other one, and I'm going to move through this pretty quick just to remind us what we're doing. Alright, first thing, let's get out of edit mode on that one, because I was just showing you. Right click, we're in object mode, right click on the object. We're going to convert it to a curve. We go object, all the way to the top, convert to curve. Now We've already got our little curve thing, little curve modifier here. Let's go full. And our depth, what did we say it was? 2 centimeters. I'm going to go 2 cm, enter. And resolution, I think we went 2. There she is. And now we turn it back to, oh, that's one thing we didn't do. We didn't take the modifier off it. Let's get rid of, uh-oh. Uh-oh. See what happened? I forgot to take the modifier off and now I'm in trouble. So, this is what I'm going to try and get you. When you select this one right here, you take the modifier off. Jump over to the modifier, take it off. Because I have to do some repair work here. Maybe I can go Control Z, 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 Z. Am I back at a curve? No. Z. There she is. Okay, I went Control Z all the way back. I am a very happy camper because I have Control Z back to, I know that I'm back there. Yeah, because oh no. Oh no. No, I cannot remove that modifier. That is just a pain. Alright. Okay, I'm wasting time. Sorry, Connor. Alright. Fine. I'm comfortable with that. Let's see what we've got. Oh, look at that. I might be able to delete stuff. I'm going to go that one. I'm going to go X to delete, vertex, and I'm going to get rid of this one too. X to delete, vertex. There we go. There's my curve. Now I don't even need this stuff over here. This stuff is completely useless to me. So I'm going to, maybe if I press L it'll get all of it. I'd only got 1/2. Never mind. Let's select all of it. Shift select there and shift select there and go X, delete, vertices. Oh, there's one hanging around. X, vertices. All gone. Now I'm happy. Alright. Next step, what do we have to do? We have to give it some form. Let's go into object mode. Alright. Curve. Full. Depth 2 centimeters, 2 cm. Resolution 2. There she is. Okay, good. Now I'm happy. What comes next? Is that too far across the halfway line? No, it's perfect. Good. I'm just looking here because we're going to mirror it. I don't want it hanging over when it mirrors. It just makes it look terrible. Okay. Alright. I think we need to put a cap on the end of these. Let's do that. I'm almost at half an hour again. Okay. I'm going to go into... Alright, I'll select this one. And... let's just join them up. Let's join them up into our thing. Into our original shape. And let's do that. That's a good move, I think. That's going to be working out well for us. Do they look too thick to you? Maybe 2 centimeters was too much. If you're watching this all the way through, when I say 2 centimeters, I mean 1 or 1.5 centimeters. Yeah. Let's put a cap on it. We're going to go into edit mode. And we want to select this rim here. We're going to put a face on the end there. So I'm going to select that one there. I'm going to press the decimal on my keypad just to zoom in, so I'm rotating around there. I can hold shift in to go 1, 2, 3, being careful not to select the ones going up the pole, just these ones. And now that I've got them all selected, I can put a face on it. I'm going to try and find faces. Make edge face. Faces. It's F. That is the best key ever for making a face. Let's go F. Face on the end. So we don't lose any light. You don't want to have open meshes. Nobody ever likes to see open meshes. That's in edit mode on that one, so that's a different object. I can't select anything here while I'm in edit mode on that one. I need to go out of edit mode, into object mode, right click on this one, back to edit mode, and it's still a curve. I can't put a face on it, so I need to convert it back to an object. So back to object mode, object, convert to mesh. Now it's a mesh, and we can go back into edit mode. This is confusing now. I think I made a mess of it. I got confused and I got thrown off when I forgot to do that first step. But that's okay. I could select all those, or remember from last time, and I'm in edge select mode, I can hold down Alt and select one of them, and it selects as all of them. And then I just go face, F for face. We don't need to put faces on these sides because these will be mirrored once they're added back to our shape. I think that's about it. Let's go back into where am I going? Back into object mode. Now we want to join these to our main object. So let's go. Oh, actually, do we want to do that yet? Do you want to duplicate them and then join them? And I'm just thinking that, and I'm just telling you this now because I do feel like the second rail down, no, we're not going to worry about the size of the rails because this is the sort of thing that I do. I spend too much time on those little details that nobody ever notices. Let's go select that one and select that one, and to join them we click join, which is Control J, but I always go over here to join. So Control J, and there she is, mirrored on both sides. Now generally I'll select the one with the modifiers on it. That's our base. It's got the mirror modifiers last. So I'll go select this one, and because we're going to join this up as well, both separate objects, that side and that side, we're going to join them both to our main frame. So we've selected one, we hold down shift, we select the main enclosure, and we hit J, or Control J, we go join. And there she is. She is duplicated and everything is coming up roses. So when we go back into edit mode on our main object, we see that we're still just working in quarters. We only have to change this to increase the thing. So let's do that just in the last couple of minutes. We're going to duplicate this for the next rail down. Let's click on one, make sure we've just got this bit selected, only this one. Let's hold our mouse over it and press L, gets it all. Let's go Shift D to duplicate, or you can click on duplicate if you want, and move it down on that Z axis, keeping it perfect. Second rail done. Now select one on over here, so we don't have anything selected over there, or you can press A to unselect everything, just clear your selection and start again. There we go. Hit one, go L with the mouse over this one, got just that. Shift D or duplicate, and let it snap back. If I'm going that way, I'm going to let it right click, snap back, and down. I should have been more accurate with that. I don't know how far I moved the first one, but they look pretty good. Now, next thing, let's put some, what should we do? Let's put some cylinders in as our uprights. Quickest way to do that, quite honestly, is to put our cursor, I'm going to start, where am I going to start? I'm going to start, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Oh, we could put one right here and that'll cover that, where that rim, where that stair end comes up here, we could put one right there. Oh, that's fantastic news. So, edge select. We're in edit mode with our main object now. Select that little edge just at the top of your stairs. Shift S, move cursor to selected. We're going to add a cylinder, so we move our cursor there first. Cursor Shift S, cursor to selected. Now our cursor's there. Let's go create and cylinder. Ooh, she's big. Scale her down. Now that's too many faces. No, 16's good. What did we have for the thing? Let's go 8, because we had that for the other one. 8 on that one. Bit more simple. S to scale. Hold my cursor way out here because I'm scaling all the way in. S all the way down. Down, 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 down. Let's zoom in. Let's press decimal on our number pad. Bang, we're right there. Scale a bit more, just to the width of that board. Yeah. Definitely got to be smaller than this one, I think, or at least no bigger. Let's move her down first. About there. And we're going to go face, and we're just going to move it straight up. Top face, just that top face. You can see it selected there. Straight up. Look at that. I'm really happy with that. Sitting right in the right spot for me. I am very happy. Let's just use that one. Let's just duplicate it. So we've got one face selected on it. Hold our mouse over it. Press L. Gets everything that's connected to it. Now, let me think. How should I do this? I'm going to go top view 7 on my number pad. That is, now I'm going to hold in the middle circle there. I'm going to, right click, snap it back, Shift D, duplicate. Actually, we'll just go duplicate up here. Tools, duplicate. And I'm going to move it over. Where do I have it? About there? Look good? I'm going to move it around once I get over there anyway. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, it's too far into the wood. Let's go that way a little bit and that way a little bit. Yeah, there was more into the wood on the other one. I'm assuming that's wood. We'll probably end up making a whole thing metal. Where's that in relation to the bars? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to move it back here a bit. About there. Just a little bit. You can have it anywhere you want. Alright, good. I'm going to get this one here to duplicate across this way because that one's out of line. That can do that side. We'll do this side with this one. I'm going to right click, select just one face. Make sure the other one's not selected anymore. Mouse over that face. L to select all the connected. We're moving on global, which is nice because this is good lines for it. Let's go. Shift D, move it out that way, let it snap back, right click. And we'll go about there. And I'm going to change views. I'm going to go over to what I'm going to do. Press 3 on my number pad to get a good straight view. Now I'm holding down Shift and middle mouse button to slide across. And let's go Shift D. Take it out. Let it snap back. Just the green arrow. That looks like I do distance. Shift D or duplicate. Maybe all these are duplicates for Shift D. Let's move this one out about the same distance. And Shift D. Move this one out about there. Now that is very, very professional. I'm very happy with that. And I'm sure you will be too. It doesn't seem like much, does it? But it's a fence, and it's these things that make good models. It's that detail that you put in, and people go, "Oh, that's an interesting shape," or you've paid attention to it. All right, let's duplicate this one. We're going to click one face, make sure nothing out there is selected. Hold our mouse over just that bit. L. Now I'm going to go and get a good view. Let's go. What's that view? I'm just testing views. I'm going 1, 3, 7. What's that? Oh, that could be our best one because I don't think I'm going to get. What am I going to get? No, this just some of these numbers aren't right. They're just not right. Now, if I had wireframe view, this would be okay with wireframe view because I could see through everything, but it's looking through. See, look at that. It's right there. Maybe I do wireframe view. You can do it any way you want, as long as you're moving on the right angle and you're not. So I'm going to duplicate, let it come out, right click, let it snap back, and move it out to about there. and do the same thing. Duplicate, move it out, right click, snap back to original position, right in the spot, and move it out there. And that is very, very good. Now let's do the actual stair one. This one's going to be a bit rougher, but I think we've got the skills. Let's go back to solid mode. Solid view. I'm going to right click on that face and go duplicate. Oh, no, not duplicate. No, L. There we go. And we're going to, let's go top view for this, I think, because I'll move it down. I'll move it along the line. So that was number pad 7. I'm going to put one right in here and one right at the end. So I'll go Shift D this time, duplicate. You can click the button, let it go there, and now mouse in the middle of the white circle, moving down to there, and let's have a look at that. Still too high, but it's a good line. Now we go directly down, just till it gets to about there. And we'll do that again. Let's go back to top view and duplicate. I tend to mix it up just so that you see all the different ways. This is going to the end, and then I take it back down. And it's about there. Does that need to go further? We haven't got a ground plane in it. We'll deal with it later. Now, really good thing is we can just duplicate these two we just made straight across, I think. Yeah, that's going to be quicker. So we've got that one selected. If you've unselected it, mouse over it, press L. Mouse over this one, press L. And Shift D, move it out, let it snap back. Go to top view. And now we just put it right where we want it. Now in top view, make sure you're in perspective. Be careful when you're hitting buttons that if you press 5, that changes to perspective. You don't want that. 5 is that. That's top view, and that is not straight. That's perspective view. P-E-R-S-P, perspective. Ortho, 5. Press 5. Always on the 5. Yeah, if things don't look right, that is always the reason. 5 on your number pad. And look at that. We've done our fences. We are professional. It was fast. Only 42 minutes. It's a long one tonight, mate. But I think I spoke too much. And I made that mistake. So you get that on the big jobs. All right, next time we'll put these ones in here. I'm going to probably give you 2 lessons tonight, I think, because you're so keen to get it finished up. I think we have to put a bit more time in. So I'm going to give you 2, and we'll see how we go. All right. I'll see you at school. I don't know if I'll give you 2. You'll know when you watch this one whether or not I gave you 2. We'll see how you go. All right. Because there's, yeah. All right.